Where my dogs at? What's going on, YouTube world? It's Cruising Nation 3 coming at you again with another video. Welcome to the Dawg Cage, baby. Let's get into this. We're going to talk about these Phoenix Suns. Kevin Wayne Durant, Devin Armani Booker, Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen, Yusuf Nurkic, and my old man, Eric Gordon, man. The Phoenix Suns now sit in the 6th seed at 29-21, have now climbed their way back up. In the last 15 games, they are 10-5 with 3 horrible losses in there that they blew leads in the fourth quarter that they had wins, or the record would be looking a little bit different. If you're a Phoenix Suns fan, you have encouragement. This team is clicking a little bit. They haven't completely turned the corner, but we see progress. They finally played 19 complete games with Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, and Kevin Durant on the court together. So that's looking very good. The Phoenix Suns offense is powerful. Their defense have been middle of the pack. I think right now they sit at 14th overall in defense. If they can climb up over that spread, I think they was like a top 5 defense over the last 15 games. So the defense has been picking up. The intensity has been picking up. Kevin Durant has been challenged himself to pick up the tough assignments. He is the bigger guy out of the 3, and he is the best defender all around out of those 3 guys because of his size and his length and his versatility to be able to guard multiple positions at that thing right there. The Phoenix Suns should probably right now, as if I was to say right now, Phoenix Suns is the 3rd best team in the West behind Denver and the Clippers. The Clippers is the best team in the NBA right now. If I was to lay down a bet right now, I would pick the Los Angeles Clippers to win a championship this year. They are the deepest team in the NBA with Russ coming off the bench, Norman Powell, with Russ making that sacrifice of going to the bench and bringing that energy and effort and grit. You can't go wrong with that. Norman Powell, we understand that. James Harden making plays. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard have been phenomenal this season. But let's get back to the Clippers. The Suns. The Suns are the Clippers, the baby Clippers. Because they got the same skill set, but the Clippers are bigger on the wings. The Suns are a little small on the wings. I think Bradley Beal 6'4", Booker 6'5", Grayson Allen 6'4", Kevin Durant 6'10", 6'11", and Jokic at 7 foot. So they fit similar. But for order for the Suns to either beat the Clippers in a 7-game series or the Denver Nuggets in a 7-game series, and to be honest, the Clippers is the team I'm really worried about. But the Denver Nuggets, I think the Suns can get them. But the Clippers, for them to have to get through those teams, they're going to need another big guy to back up Yusuf Nurkic. And the big guy that I think they should go after is not Miles Bridges. They should go after the backup center, Nick Richards. Good 7-foot guy, long, rangy, can get putbacks, can run the alley, to get alley-hoop dunks, and will create space in the mid-range area because of his lob threat potential. Long, can spread out, can switch out there in the pick and roll, and the Suns will not struggle as bad as they do in the pick and roll, and they don't got to be so much in the deep drop coverage. Now, can he, in a short roll, can he make decisions out of short roll and find cutters, shooters in the corners, I think he can get the job done. Yusuf Nurkic is good, but he's for the playoff situation. Yusuf Nurkic is going to be good around 28 to 30 minutes. You're going to need another big guy. Drew Eubanks is up and down. He's a small guy. He's a small guy at 6'9". I hate to say a small guy at 6'9", but you know what I mean. For the center position, to have to go through the West, especially if you line up with Minnesota, they got the Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns. So that's why I think the Suns are a little thin at right there. A lot of people say they can use another point guard. I believe they got a point guard on the bench right now. They can use Jordan Goodwin to spare that in right there. Jordan Goodwin can get them in the offense and to relieve a little bit of pressure. They got him right now. You got Devin Booker. You got Bradley Beal. You got Kevin Durant. Those guys should be able to hold the load. What worries me is about the Phoenix Suns, y'all, and this has been a problem all year long, and we're not talking about it. The turnovers. Phoenix Suns is one of the highest turnover teams in the NBA. They do not take care of the ball. They are very sloppy with the basketball, and it has cost them games versus some of the worst teams who they should beat this year. And it cost them 2 games versus Spurs early in the season, and it's cost them games down the line here. It cost them games versus the Pacers. It cost them games versus the Magic, and it cost them games versus the Atlanta Hawks. Those are three beatable teams which they had the lead, and they blew the lead, especially going into the fourth quarter. They have been abysmal in the fourth quarter, and it lays the hands down on Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. They have to be better. They have to take care of the basketball. They have not been good. The first quarters, the Suns are shooting 50%, 38% from three with 3.4 turnovers in the first quarters. In the second quarters, they shooting 50% from the field, 37% from three, 3.8 turnovers. So their turnovers going up as the quarters go up. In the third quarters, they one of the best shooting team. They one of the best teams in the third quarter all year, and they can really blitz you. They shoot a 53% field goal percentage in the third quarter, 44% from three, 3.4 turnovers right there. And in the fourth quarter, when the rubber needs to meet the road, where palms get sweaty and buttholes get tight, and where you need your stars, where you need Kevin Durant to step up, to make plays, to get his guys in position, they shooting 44% in the fourth quarter, 31% from three in the fourth quarter, 4.1 turnovers in the fourth quarter. That is atrocious. It will not get it done. Suns fans, this has been a problem. We done said it's been 50 games of this. There's no more excuses. Kevin Durant has to turn this around because the turnovers start with you. I've seen too many times this season where you will get the ball, see a guy in the passing lane, and just throw a lackadaisical pass, and you turn it over, and it's going away, and now your defense is scrambling. You in transition, and people are getting layups. That's why you are struggling, scoring 24 points in the fourth quarter and losing fourth quarters. A lot of people saying, well, it's a long season. I can get that it's a long season. 82-game season, I'm not mad about that. We're going to have highs, you're going to have lows, you're going to have peaks and valleys. But the sloppy play, the bad fourth quarters, at some point in time, you got 32 games left. The next 32 games going into this postseason, Kevin Durant, this is on you. You have to be the leader. You have to be the one who the guys look at and don't want to turn the ball over because you not turning the ball over. You have to cut the turnovers down. This is on you. You are the veteran. You've been in the league the longest. These turnovers, especially from a veteran team like y'all, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker cannot continue to turn the ball over at the rate they turn the ball over. 4.1 turnovers is atrocious in the fourth quarter. That's it. It's atrocious. 14.7 with the type of ball handling that you guys are and the gravity that you guys draw. Sometimes it's like y'all have a deer in headlights. See the double team coming and just not throw to the open person. You'll see a guy over there in the corner and just throw it over there. These turnovers are live ball turnovers and they kill your team. These turnovers are just mind-blowing to me. Game after game after game after game after game. And I wondered to myself, Kevin, what are you doing? 17 years in the league, you still making these mistakes? I see if the defense was just smothering like gravy. It's not. These Raiders just dribbling the ball up the court, dribbling off your foot, see a guy in the passing lane, and just throw it. What are you doing? How about you dribble instead of picking up your dribble, swing it to a different person to get an easier pass? Devin Booker trying to throw the ball inside to Kevin Durant. You see they fronting Kevin Durant. But instead of dribbling over towards Kevin Durant a little bit or swinging the ball around and then back and then trying to let Kevin Durant move around to get an easier pass, you'll see a guy standing on Kevin Durant back and you just throw it in there. Now you're getting turnovers. That's why y'all not scoring the basketball in the fourth quarter. It's the turnovers. It's the turnovers that's killing this team in the fourth quarter, and it's the shooting. It's the bad shot making in the fourth quarter, and that comes from you're not getting to your offense fast enough. You're walking the ball up the court. You got to get in transition and start running early, even after makes. You can't shoot that good in the third quarter and just fall off 10% in the fourth. It's a mental thing. I don't know what's going on, but going into the playoffs, these next 32 games need to be the best 32 of the season, because what you do in the regular season will carry over into the postseason, and it will come and bite you in the butt. And the Phoenix Suns, if they don't clean this up in the next 32 games, and Kevin Durant don't put this team on his back and bring the turnovers down, you will be a second round exit. Mark my word, because you will not get away with beating the best teams in the NBA, because most games going to come down to possessions in the NBA, and you're going to need those possessions in the fourth quarter when the rubber need to meet the roads, palms get sweaty, butthole get tight. That's when the game going to come down the line. And if you can't fix your fourth quarter woes, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal will be one of the most disappointing seasons, because this is fixable. These are self-inflicted wounds. Self-inflicted wounds that guys who in their 17th, 11th, 12th, Devin Booker younger, season, making these careless turnovers that is killing your team. Y'all should be way higher in the standings. But your lackadaisical play, your not paying attention to detail, has had y'all in this situation. And right now, y'all need to be trying to climb the ranks, because the West is packed, jam-packed. And I'm telling you right now, you do not want to go into the playoffs undisciplined, careless, not paying attention to detail on the defensive end, and turning over the ball. Those four things will send you home hell in the first round if you get the wrong matchup. So Kevin Durant, this season is on you. You got to cut your turnovers down. You got to lead by example. You ain't got to be the vocal leader. But your lead by example, meaning I'm going to make the right plays. I'm not going to turn the basketball over. I'm going to take the shots that I need to take. I'm going to take care of the basketball. I'm going to find my teammates. And on defense, when I'm in offense, when I make a mistake, I'm going to run back on defense. How many times, Kevin Durant, you turn the ball over and you sit there like this? In the middle of the court, over and over and over. The game versus Spurs early in the season, you don't call a timeout. You get trapped holding the ball up like this. They snatch the ball from you and you standing in the court like this. And they run up and get a layup. That's the stuff we talk about, Kevin Durant. Sometimes you go into this fall where you lose focus. You have to be on all the time. Your bench is limited. So that means your starting 7, your starting 6 have to be on point. And you have to turn this around. You got 32 games left. Tomorrow night versus the Milwaukee Bucks, a championship contender. We need to see excellent, great ball movement, limited turnovers, and it's going to be hard for any team in the NBA to beat y'all because y'all scoring prowesses. It's not that you can't score. Y'all can score better than anybody in the NBA. But the turnovers limit what y'all can be. Hey, Phoenix Suns, it ain't over. You got a promising season going on, but we just got to state the facts. We like the Phoenix Suns. We like Kevin Durant. We like Devin Booker. We like Bradley Beal. We like this team. But this team had deficiencies, and they have to correct them soon, and there's no excuses. You got enough. You got these 3 guys on your team. Encourage the other guys. And by encouraging, you ain't even got to get in their face. The encouragement come from y'all doing the right things, y'all not turning the ball over, y'all taking good shots, y'all passing the ball, and then from y'all DNA, from y'all gravity, it will inseminate into the role players, and they will take care of the ball. They will take good shots. They will instill, you will instill confidence in them by y'all doing the right thing. Sons, got a chance to get on track. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure y'all hit the notification button so you be notified Where my dogs at? Welcome to the Dawg Cage, baby.